I finally realized that, you know, we all go through stuff. We go through different things, and, you know, we all go through, whether it be small bouts or larger bouts of depression and anxiety. And that I was totally normal. Oh, we've got entree. I'm going to stop for just a moment. What have we got here?
Whoa, something delicious, barbecued in 24 hours.
Oh no, main meal. Sorry.
Yep. And slow cooked lamb shoulder.
Oh wow.
With pork polenta, smoked yogurt, and a little herb salad.
This looks beautiful.
It's just,
Did you take a photo out of that?
Smoked? Yeah, I will. I will make some plate there. I will take a picture then. Just
now I'm just going to take a video of Eric pulling the video for you afterwards. So I'll just do this.
Yeah.
I'm so excited. It smells amazing.
Hold on, let me
and
just.
It's got that theatre that's just so cool. Did I go?
Yes, you can go. That actually does look amazing as well. So now I'm just going to go over to Mel so she can do hers. Everyone's in awe. Okay, so that is the beautiful, beautiful main meal by Chef Thomas Dam.
It's all about dining with all your senses, huh? Yeah, amazing.
Oh, absolutely.
Sorry guys, I know that seems really weird that I actually took that video, but last time people kept asking me, what did it look like? What did the food look like? And when you took the glass off, what did it look like? So I wanted to be able to post that for you afterwards, so you get it real. Thank you. Oh, my turn. Oh, that is so cool. That smells incredible. It reminds me of camp days.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No worries. Please enjoy.
Thank you so much. So I was just saying how, I just wanted to say too that because I'm quite introspective, I started researching when I found out that I had post-traumatic shock. I started researching, I started reading books, I started watching videos and doing all this stuff to try to get myself out of it as well. So it was quite interesting. So I think that's why I say that in life and in business, you need persistence and a great sense of humour, because we do, in lots and lots of different ways. So for me, too, this has been, and I talked about vulnerability before, this is the first time I've actually shared my story so publicly. So I just want to say that, you know, stepping out of your comfort zone is for me, it's important, because if we help one person, then it's worth what we're doing tonight. Yeah. So thank you guys for all allowing us to do this tonight. So
no, well done though, because I've known you for a few years now, and I don't think I've heard about that part of your story. Like you mentioned that, you know, you've gone through stuff, but I've never heard it to that detail. So that was quite amazing for me as well.
Yeah.
And yeah, definitely what you said about having a sense of humour. Oh my gosh, you know, terminal seriousness that a mentor once shared with me. We've got to definitely try to get rid of terminal seriousness.
Definitely. You know, life is about having a sense of humour. Definitely. Mel, please share with us your story.
My story?
Yeah.
Wow.
Shall we?
Yeah, please do.
You get into it while I share my story. My story. Where will I begin? Hi everyone. I was, as I said, have always been a very high achiever, and I suppose, you know, very traditional upbringing, very grateful, beautiful family, come from the country in Ballarat. My mum's got quite, you know, brought up Catholic, quite big family. Mum's one of 10. And
So you're Australian ethnicity?
yes. And brought up, you know, to give, to be givers. And so, you know, it's a beautiful thing. And then took on what I call the nurse role as a young child. I loved helping people, giving, being a carer. And that went on.
You still love helping people.
Still love helping people. And that went on, and then I became a nurse. So I actually got paid for that role. and I loved it. I worked in quite challenging areas. So I worked in oncology and palliative care for 20 years. So very privileged, you know. I go and look after people at home and help them die and comfortably and wherever they wanted to be, and it was absolutely amazing. But with this giving role that I had, and I gave so much, and what I realised when I broke my wrist,
Burnout.
I was burning out all the time, and I didn't know how to receive. I couldn't receive a compliment. I couldn't, you know, I really struggled to receive.
There are quite a few people out there, and I know some people too, who struggle to receive. And I have a friend of mine who I'd say to her, just say thank you.
Yeah.
When she get a compliment, she would hate it, and I go, just say thank you.
It's like, why would you deprive the person as well of that contribution to your life?
Oh, yeah, I guess
Like
so.
their healing and all that. Did you actively choose to go into oncology and palliative care, or is that something that, like?
I would say not actively. So I've done a lot of my work on myself since 2011, after I broke my wrist, getting into my subconscious mind. And I always wondered why I was always so driven to oncology, and I knew I was going to be a nurse. My dad actually had a bad car accident when I was 6, and the nurses were really beautiful. So I think from then I decided I wanted to be a nurse. And then when I was in year 12, I remember going to the Royal Melbourne and doing this course in oncology. And I thought, why? I was just so driven. I thought, why do I want to be, you know, do oncology? And anyway, I went down that line. And then when I started doing all this subconscious work on myself, I realised that when I was 6, one of my friends at school, she had brain cancer.
Oh, wow.
And she actually died. And I didn't realise the impact that had on me.
Right.
And so that was subconsciously driving me to do oncology.
So what led you towards depression and anxiety, going through that?
My own experience. Yeah, hugely. Because I didn't know how to receive. So I was burning out all the time.
Right.
So I'd give to people, and I had a lot of limiting beliefs. And I would give, and I couldn't receive because I didn't think I was worthy, didn't think I was good enough, didn't think I deserved a compliment, really.
It's like that imposter syndrome. A lot of people don't think they're worthy enough when they are very worthy in so many ways.
So I had a cycle in life where I was just up and down, and I just burn out all the time. And like there's a lot of depression and anxiety in our family as well, and especially down my dad's side. And lots of anxiety. My whole life I had anxiety, I had a sick feeling in my stomach. Just fear of being seen, lots of limiting beliefs, hated public speaking, would rather be seen and not heard, just sit in the back. And then I suppose there came a time where that pain was so bad that I had to do something about it. And my beautiful dad actually taught me, I think I was about 15, and he said, you're like me. And he was right, because we're very deep feelers, we're empaths. So when you're an empath, you feel a lot of fear. And I got addicted to fear at a very young age, and you know, things went on.
We're going to talk more about that too, because addiction to fear is really normal and it can happen quite easily.
And so yeah, just this up and down cycle all the time, and yeah, then I'd get, you know, work so hard, get sick, didn't know how to look after myself, was incredibly busy all the time, I had 100 million things on the go, diary always full, very social. And then as I said about, you know, the anxiety as well. And probably, I think I was quite depressed, but no one would have really known. I always had a smile on my face and I wouldn't be vulnerable. You know, probably some of my friends, my closest friends would have known, but you know, you didn't talk about it. And I also thought that I was quite strange. I thought I was abnormal. Because I used to worry about things.
I'm laughing because I think we're all strange.
To even do this is a bit strange.
You know, yeah, you've got to be strange. Why not be strange? You know, why be like everybody else?
That's right. And because my friends used to say, I used to worry about things all the time, worry about people, and my friends would say, what are you worrying for?
What was everything?
Oh,
beautiful.
Delicious.
Absolutely delicious.
So nice.
Thank you.
Interesting. Glad you enjoyed it.
Really, really good. Thank you.
Easy.
Wow.
It's so good. It's like this meat, but everything makes it feel so fresh. It's not heavy.
It's
so
beautiful.
delicious.
It is.
Thanks for that, Mel.
Yeah, so that's what I was saying. Loved to worry, and just addicted to stress, and had lots of bouts of anxiety and depression, but I have a stubborn in me as well, which is very powerful as an entrepreneur. So I was too stubborn. I never took medication or anything, and anyway, it led me on this beautiful journey. And now I understand anxiety and depression. It's actually really, it means that you're growing, and then a part of you needs to die, and you need to go through these emotions. So I study metaphysics now, and I do so much work. So it's actually a really good thing, but you get taught growing up that it's bad. Don't be angry, don't show your emotions, don't be depressed, but it's actually a part of the cell cycle. It's called apoptosis, so we need that for death to happen.
Isn't it interesting?
Mm.
Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Really interesting. Erin, can you tell us your story with depression and anxiety?
Yeah, so I really wanted to be a part of this because I feel like I bring another perspective to depression and anxiety, because I definitely didn't suffer any depression and anxiety when I was growing up. Even though my parents got divorced when I was quite young, I was the lucky one. I saw my dad every week. I was always treated well. I was without want and need. We weren't wealthy at all, but I was never without want or need, and I lived a really good life. I went to Catholic school and all these different things that I know some people would not even be able to have, even a little bit. So I've been very fortunate. But where my depression and anxiety came into was actually very recently, to be honest with you, and through this entrepreneurial journey. And I wanted to be part of this conversation, because when you think about what it means to be a business owner, to even be crazy enough to delve into entrepreneurship, is that people who go into entrepreneurship have very high levels of what people call intrinsic resilience, right? Internally, it's that stubbornness, it's that ability to work through things, and this whole up and down certainty with when sales are really good, for example, business is going well, and uncertainty when things look slow. We go through that roller coaster all the time.
We definitely don't live with certainty.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we like to sit on that edge and just hold on for dear life, like a like a roller coaster, and that thrill.
Like a crazy person.
Yeah,
we do. Yes. So we are straight.
So I think doing that actually makes it harder for us to see when it actually is something serious or something that's really affecting you, because you're just like, maybe this is a low time, or but I need to be more resilient than that, right? And I feel also as an entrepreneur owner, we delve so much into personal development, which my early 20s, because I became a dad at a very young age. Number one, like at 26, I've got a 7-year-old now as a 32-year-old.
Oh,
Yeah, she's beautiful. And also wanting to resolve some of the issues between me and my parents, right, because of the divorce and all that. So I learned all these tools, and I know them really well, and I'm an expert at teaching other people and pointing out their problems and how to solve their issues. But then for myself.
But a lot of us are like that, and a lot of entrepreneurs are like that. We're really great at helping others, but when it comes to helping ourselves, it's a bit of a different story.
Yeah.
But we can get the best out of someone else,
Yeah.
and we can do that for someone else. But it's really important, and I think that's why I brought us all together tonight too, that we do it for ourselves.